Hello, welcome to the season finale, or series, however it turns out, of Game Review. Today we're going to look at The Walking Dead Season 1 on Xbox 360. The Walking Dead series of games from Telltale have been gaining a lot of praise for its storylines and the choices you make during these games, gameplay, but overall, how good is it basically? I don't know. The first season is you are playing basically the character of Lee, which you will hear a little bit about in season 2. This review will give you a lot of spoilers, so turn off if you don't want to hear. You start off basically in a police car as the character Lee. You have been arrested, which you will later find out that he actually killed a man that was with his ex-wife or ex-girlfriend. I can't remember, but something like that. During his time in the police car, you will hear a lot of things happening on the radio or police radio, and after a time you will actually hit a zombie, and the car will go into the forest or spin out into the forest. Yeah, that is the first time you will see a zombie in this game. After that, you will basically try to survive, and you will find a lot of characters that you will group up with. During the first episode, you will find Clementine, you will basically be her guardian during this season, and you will help her actually survive during the zombie apocalypse. After that, he finds two characters that is coming from a farm. They join them and driving to this farm. When they're there, they meet up with Kenny and his wife and son. During their time on the farm, they met Herschel and his family. And after that, you will get a choice. The first choice in this game that is really important. During this gameplay, you will actually get a lot of choices between what you want to say to the characters, or like this, you will get two choices. In the first choice, you will basically want to say Kenny's son or Herschel's son. Whatever you choose will change the storyline after what you have chosen. If you chose to basically say Duck, which is Kenny's son, Herschel will be mad, and it turns out that you will get thrown off his land. If you try to save Herschel's son, Kenny will be a little bit pissed off, but after that you will basically follow him on this road to a safe city or part of the United States. In the end, you find a lot of characters, you make a lot of these choices. You come to a town that Lee were grown up in. You end up in a store, there his parents were killed, and you get a lot of backstory and things, make choices. After that, you go to a motel, make a lot of choices. You come out to another farm, there cannibals are basically living. After that, you move on, and you're trying to make a train running. After that, you come to Savannah, I think it was, which is basically there the final 2 episodes will end up. During this game, you will make some persons angry or everyone angry, or you will get everyone happy with you. But overall, you will not get everyone happy every time. During the final episode, we see how many of them that actually like you. You can get all the characters that is alive at that time and that is around, or you get a part of this group, or just yourself. And after that, you will, when you come to that point, you will basically see how well you have done with your quest for whatever you wanted to do. end up doing during the series time. In the last episode, we basically find out that Clementine been kidnapped and you're trying to save her. You find out that the main guy that kidnapped her were a family, come from a family that had a car where Lee and the group basically took food and everything from, and because of that, this man and his family died. Well, his family died, I think, or left him, something like that. After that, you kill him, save Clementine, but of course Lee have been bitten in episode 4. In the final part, which is basically the saddest in this first season, is you tell Clementine to kill you, or leave you be, to become a zombie. And Clementine make her choice, and that is basically the end. The storyline is really beautiful and interesting in my opinion. It's really immersive and really great that you can make all the choices you make. But because it is really simple when it comes to the gameplay is basically you make all the choices, you can walk around sometimes, and you can pick up stuff sometimes and do whatever you want with them. But it's really simple, and stuff don't really happen a lot doesn't happen. A lot doesn't happen basically. All the gameplay is really simple. If you don't succeed, it's because the time ran out, or you just didn't care basically. This game isn't that hard to finish. It just make choices and you will finish the game. It's a linear story-driven game. Doesn't have that much going for it when it comes to gameplay, but the environment and the graphics and everything, the graphics are okay. When it comes to the environments and everything, all the characters and environments is basically a comic book style animated game, which is really beautiful to look at, really interesting to follow. All the characters, in my opinion, are also interesting in their own ways. As I talked about before, Kenny, for example, he's real. You don't really know what to think about it because his mood or feelings are going up and down all the time. All the times he's really angry, all the times he's just really grateful and happy. And other times he's just all over the place, basically. All the characters are interesting, as I say, for their own ways, but overall this game has a really great storyline and everything. So the final rating for The Walking Dead Season 1 is an 8.3 out of 10. The score is basically brought down because of the gameplay. The storyline is really interesting to follow and really, what could I say, immersive. It is really beautiful and really sad at some points, which is what you want to get from a game like this. You gain a lot from the storyline. All the characters, in my opinion, is interesting in their own way. There isn't really that much to say about that. The environments are beautiful and the style is just impressive, in my opinion, and beautiful. But when it comes to the gameplay, that is the thing that is basically bringing it down from a 10. It isn't that fun sometimes. It is basically an interactive movie, which many people have said the order was, but The Walking Dead is basically you watching this. You're making choices, of course. It is QTE sometimes, and you have sometimes you can walk around and look at things. So it is more like a detectives kind of style game, and everything that you choose to do or choose to do everything is in the end what will give you the ending, basically. Yeah, that's all for it, folks. Hope to see you on another season of this, maybe, because it is really fun to start something new for some sometimes when it comes to actually reviewing stuff. I've reviewed movies a lot, but this time I'm trying out games. But of course, sometimes it turns out really bad, which the 2 latest episodes has been a little bit shaky. But yeah, hope to see you next time. That's all for me today.